torch and dip it into the sexy St. Jeff candle. No Buffs is back. I'm Jay Skeets, along with my fellow tribe members, 3 people who would never lose their shoes to the tide. Nora Artinian, Trey Kirby, and super producer JD. You're not so sure, TK. You maybe would lose your shoes to the tide.
I've been known to be absent-minded. I could leave a shoe by the tide. Next thing you know, the ebbs and the flows. I got bare toes.
Oh,
could be bad,
nice
man.
Bars. What about yourself? No way. You're never getting that close. You're not sleeping that close.
No, you know how I feel about nature. It is a one-sided relationship. I actually love nature. Nature doesn't love me.
Right.
So I have to be very mindful about where I am.
Okay. Well, everybody's got their shoes on here. We're in the Classic Factory. Thanks for joining us. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Podcast listeners, 5-star ratings and reviews help other Survivor fans find this show. We are recapping episode 4 of Survivor 49, titled Go Kick Rocks, Bro. Said very late in the episode. Nate up in the voting booth telling Matt to go kick rocks.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Does anyone have the timing on all these things that are said for the titles? I'm sure somebody does. There are sicko Survivor fans.
Yeah, people know the records for everything.
Yeah.
Jeff will say it. Jeff will say it next episode. Actually, I just want everybody to know Nate had the latest title phrase saying in Survivor history, 49 seasons.
I wonder.
No one said it as
I wonder if a quote for the episode has ever been said in like your final words.
Oh,
Sure.
interesting.
Possible, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe.
Matt had some funny closing words. I'm surprised those.
Oh,
didn't
we'll
make
get
it
into
it.
his, how many was it? 15 cheeseburgers and 1 beer or 1 beer?
Or the flip,
yeah, whatever it was.
Either way.
It was both. That's funny.
So we start on night 6 with the Blue Tribe, which is down to 2 people. Is this the first time all season that we have started an episode immediately following Tribal Council?
I wonder.
Like the night of? Like that's usually what we do, but we hadn't been doing that in this season. We were picking up the next morning.
day.
That's a good point.
Yeah. And we get at night, Alex and Sophi, they're thanking each other for trusting each other. And to get to this point, they talk about the advantage that they might have on the others out there playing Survivor because they've gone through the fire.
Right.
They've gone to now a lot of tribal councils, and maybe that will work in their benefit.
Yeah.
And it sort of seems like it's going to.
I agree. I think they definitely have their sea legs compared to everybody else that's out there.
They have their sea legs, but not their shoes. Because we jump to the early morning of day 7, and this is where the tide's coming in.
Yep.
And they're sleeping down by the water, and they get soaked. At least Sophi gets absolutely drenched.
Yeah.
Then the boat's drifting away. I think Alex is like, what should I do?
Yeah, they panic.
Maybe go get the boat.
Yeah, they panic a little.
And JD Sophi says here, the ocean took my shoe. And a lot of people have noted the ghost of Jake, I guess. The shoe bandit himself is still somehow out there.
I mean, yes, absolutely. It certainly disparages any, suspicions now. Like it's just it's cursed. The beach is cursed in terms of shoes. I just love the idea of the crew just waiting for the tide to come in.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're setting up. They've got the perfect position for when that water first hits her. Like they must have known within like probably an hour beforehand, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is going to be great. She's too close to the water. It's going to be awesome. Oh, look, there goes her shoe. We didn't even get that on camera, unfortunately.
No.
But, just to be the overnight camera person would be like kind of a thrill for me, just lurking, shooting people while they're sleeping, and then just, their boat's about to float away. Oh, well.
Yeah. So do you think there's like a producer and a cameraman or woman like going like, should we just tell them? Should we just wake them up, nudge them a little bit, move them back? No.
This is a
gonna be gold.
long-standing rule. But the Mark Burnett days where people would yell at he would lose it on people. Like, don't pick up scooping out of the fire. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Although this is the natural habitat of the sea crate. They're hanging out where the sea crate hangs out.
100%. My Isla said, don't sleep by the beach.
That's right.
A guy just got bit by a snake.
Wow.
Yeah.
No doubt,
10.
Isla. She knows better.
But maybe the sea crate are not nocturnal?
Well, perhaps.
Great question.
Great question.
Jeremy Collins, who is the guest this season
Co-host.
on the
Yeah.
On Fire show, podcast, who really makes the show palatable now. He actually...
Wow, shots fired at Jeff.
Sorry, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, shut up for a second.
Maybe
Let Jeremy cook.
Let Jeremy cook.
Yeah.
He's really good. Anyway, he brought some insight to this, and he said, given where their options are, whether you want to sleep on the beach near the water or in the jungle, there are less incidents of bugs by the water because of the breeze.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more pleasant and less creepy crawlies.
Okay, and they don't have a fire.
And there's no fire.
Right.
Yeah.
We might as well be down by the water, maybe not get bit by bugs or things crawling on us.
Yeah,
I guess.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Good opportunity for Alex, though. Keep the shoe bandit bit up. There's a chance he knows that it was Jake doing it, right? Like, they were pretty close.
Yeah.
He could be like, hey, I've been stealing everybody's shoe. It's me. Now everybody else is gone. They come to this thing. He can just start doing it.
Wow.
And be like, it was happening the whole time prior to this. You saw it happen to Sophie. The ocean got her shoe.
Yeah.
The curse
Again,
of
it doesn't get you anywhere. There's no reason to do it, but he could if he wants to.
Okay, this will be so funny. Alex makes it to the final 3, and obviously the jury starts to grill him. Like, what did you do? Tell us something that we don't know. And he tells this like long, boring ass story about like shoes being hidden 10 feet away. And they're just like, nobody
Yeah,
cares,
okay,
man.
bud.
Cool, man.
Day 7 brings the tribe swap. Probst gets everyone on the challenge mat, and he says, look, hey, tribe's switching it up here. This kicks in at 14 players. And then Jake got removed, so we're just doing it here. Drop your buffs, everybody. Everybody throws their buffs on the ground, except for Alex and Sophie. They spit on them. They kicked sand on them. They stomped on them. They then tried to bury them. This bit went very long, I thought.
Yeah.
Because they're like, this is a cursed color, a cursed tribe.
Yes.
Be done with it.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, it was sort of funny.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. And then it was really funny when Alex got put on blue again.
Yeah, exactly.
Dig through and bury it. All right. I'll put on the sandy one.
Yeah, so we do the swap, and this is how it breaks out. So we got the new Hina. That's the yellow tribe. It's Rizzo, Jawan, Nate, Savannah, Jason, Matt, and Sophie. So that's 4 original Uli people, 2 from the OG Hina, and then Sophie gets to go to that one, to the awesome beach that has everything. They got hammocks that we found out do have snakes in them too. But much better than the Kella tribe, the blue tribe. Steven, Christina, MC, Sophie with an E, Sage, Shannon, and Alex, like you said, TK. They're going to go to the beach that has nothing. I think Alex even says, welcome to Hell Beach.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, were you a little surprised they went yellow and blue and not yellow and red, which is like all we've talked about all season is like these 2 awesome tribes that are battling it out, yellow versus red, yellow versus red.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought they would do.
Yeah.
But I guess they wanted to go haves versus have-nots.
Yep.
And when it comes down to it, you would much rather have a hammock hanging from the tree than underwears.
Yes. Yeah. JD, you have an opinion on that? Or were you shocked, or you think they made the right call? Like,
No.
one beach has everything, one has nothing.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, they're out there to make them suffer, and that's what they did.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Agree.
Okay. All right. Yeah, just me then. I mean, it's like a little weird, I thought, but I get the beach part of it all.
Yeah, I was upset for the Kella tribe members as well. I would be furious if I drew a blue buff and got sent to the bad one.
Yeah, and that's what they want.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Probst just says, hey, you guys thought you were running a challenge here? This thing behind me? Nope. No challenge. Psych. Gotcha. Head back to your beaches. They're like,
Oh my God.
Probst, you got us, man.
Survivor fake out.
But I did think it was funny. They included, while they sort of walked off, Rizzo ends up grabbing the wrong flag.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, you're yellow, not red now. Because
Right.
that red one, the red flag just stayed there. And I don't know, maybe you can bid on it at auction coming up. I don't know. It'd be cool to have here in
Stays
the
there the
classic
whole
factory.
time.
Yeah. So I guess that
We
was
also had
cute.
Hina when they came in, the yellow tribe, the original yellow tribe. They were doing their little chant.
Oh, yeah.
And we got the little
Hina.
cutaway to Jawan. Oh, so cringe.
As the episode progressed, I think I either just wasn't aware of it, but the Uli people like really hate the Hina people. Like I know there was some competitive kind of gamesmanship,
Oh,
but
yeah.
hearing Savannah and Rizzo and all them, like they really don't like them.
No,
I know.
no.
I was surprised by that. Were you?
Yeah, I think this whole like chanting Hina,
Yeah, it's
and
kinda
like
lame.
being a little cocky when they
Sure.
come in. I guess all you do is sit around camp going, "Oh, f those guys. We're
They
better
suck."
than them. We beat them. So and so. Yeah,
Sure.
we're gonna have a battle with them." I mean, how many times in this episode alone does Rizzo bring up, "We're going to war. It's time for war.
really was
Everything's war." It's like
activated.
okay.
Yes.
Let's start with the new Hina. Again, yellow. It's Rizzo, Jawan, Nate, Savannah, Jason, Matt, and Sophi with an I. I'll just keep sort of, banging you over the head with this. Both Rizzo and Sophi, for different reasons, feel like they've won the lottery here. So they're feeling pretty good, especially Sophi. I mean, she's like, oh God, I'm not on that crap beach. The curse is over.
We got hammocks.
Yeah, we got hammocks.
Food, fire.
Rizzo and Savannah are loving the hammocks, and I love that scene where they're like, we got to lie in the hammocks, and we didn't even win these.
They had to work so hard for one night with the hammocks.
That would feel great.
That would be awesome.
And Sophi gets introduced to fire, and JD, I think, starts to ingratiate herself pretty well to the OG Uli 4, right? She bonds immediately with a lot of them, but especially Savannah, who takes a liking to her because of her size and her hair color, and, just reminds her of one of her friends.
I mean, yes, she did a good job. But let's be honest, she would have had to take a dump in their pot or something to not ingratiate herself, because she's a solo Kelly, and we already know that they're going to war with Yellow, right? So
it's smart of the OG Uli 4 to want to bring in Sophi with an I. They don't necessarily have to, though, because it's still 4-3. It's not really like they could do anything.
100%.
But good play here from Sophi. I think this is like a really good episode for her.
This is a great episode for Sophi. The first thing she says is, hopefully this is the start of an underdog story. And then for the rest of the episode, every scene is her bonding with somebody.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Sophi. And this is a great team up. Sophi and Savannah, I love seeing them together.
Oh, yeah. It was giving Parvati Amanda vibes to me, like early stages.
Sure.
I think they're at the same, besides the fact that they have physical similarities, they're also like, I feel like at the same level of game strategy, intelligence, and thinking. So I think they're going to really get each other.
Yep. And she wasn't just bonding with Savannah, too. Like, there was that super cut of like, well, she has a moment with Nate.
Yep.
Everybody.
Which we'll get to. Yeah, that she talks to Rizzo. So, I mean, Rizzo ends up telling her basically about the hidden idol.
She's obviously very likable and trustworthy.
Yeah. So good by her. Probably the MVP maybe of this episode. Over at New Kella, the Blue Tribe, don't mind the tree underwear.
Don't mind the tree underwear. Underwears. He said underwears.
Underwears.
Yeah. It's like when people call it Walmarts.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new house guests here are not pumped about the living conditions.
I mean, fair enough.
And I almost felt bad for Alex a little bit. Like, I was like, oh, this would feel weird.
A little embarrassing.
Like, these people are like, you monster. This is disgusting.
You live like this?
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, yeah, I do. But it's not only his fault.
No, I know.
I don't know. I felt for him. So they eventually play a little icebreaker. They're going to get to know you, some things about each other.
I hate this stuff.
You hate this stuff?
Oh, it makes me so uncomfortable.
Oh, really? Like, did you ever have to do this in like a workplace?
Absolutely, all the time.
What would you go to? What would be your like?
That's the thing. I would panic. I'm like, what do I even say?
Right. Well, what did you say?
This is what would happen.
Great.
I would pull a Jawan at Tribal, and I'd be like, I don't know. I'm freaking out.
It's tough.
Well, these people are pros because Shannon talks about her spirituality, and that's going to come up a lot in this episode. We'll get into that. But she also talks about liking tequila. We get that little note. Steven talks about his job and about how great he is at Excel and his capabilities there. You got any Excel questions? And then Sage tells everyone, and she like prefaces it with like, this is weird, but it like sort of sums up me perfectly. I really like blackheads and I collect them. And we get, I think you have it, JD, we get an incredible reaction shot from Christina. And this is all of us. I mean, we sort of knew this because we knew of her obsession with sort of blackheads and pimples and keeping this stuff in jars, which still sounds so fucking insane when I say it out loud.
It's so gross.
We knew this. We knew this.
I hate that she's even making us discuss this. Like, why is this a thing?
We got to see the jar. I'm just saying, like,
I agree.
We hear backstories all the time. If you're talking of your blackhead jar, I want to see how many you got. I want to see how big your collection is.
You have to imagine, like, okay, here's a question for you. She shares this. This is an ice-breaking game. Get to know each other. Do you think, and they cut it out, of course, there was 100 questions about this? Or is this the type of thing where nobody asks a question?
Had to be.
Well, somebody said, you mean from your skin? Somebody said that.
There's a lot of clarification.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But then, like, I am asking, you think Savannah's a reporter. You know how many questions I'm asking?
Oh, same.
Oh, my.
Same.
How many you got?
Yeah.
When did you start?
When? Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
she's what? Okay, so she's 30, according to the wiki. She's been getting blackheads for
15 years.
15 years. I mean, they're small.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different sized jars out there.
How long
but,
do you
like,
keep them?
Yeah.
Like,
She did say for a while.
yeah,
Keep them for a while.
Yeah. What about just your own blackheads or interested in other people's?
So uncomfortable.
Oh, I really
Weird
got
thing.
That's a good one. Can I have that?
Yeah. Well, Steven had a mark on his head the whole
Yeah.
time. I don't think it was a pimple.
It was.
She was looking.
She
was
got
like,
it.
"Oh, like, can I get in there? What do you do with that later?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, does it sit like on her vanity somewhere?
Right. Where do you put it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Is
Yeah.
it?
Do you display it? It's a bathroom operation to me.
Feels like it. Feels like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want it in the kitchen.
No.
No, I'm with you, Skeets. I want to know everything.
Yeah, okay.
Describe the process, like tweezers, Biore strip. Like, how are you getting these?
Yeah.
What's the fascination? I would dig deep. Pardon the pun. Pardon the pun.
Yeah, don't be careful. Be careful. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, do you think she's mad that she's out there on Survivor? No way to wash her face.
Right.
She's gonna be getting blackheads. She's like, oh, these will be great ones to have.
Oh yeah,
These-
yeah. I was gonna say, why would she be mad? She'd
Yeah.
be pumped.
Well,
She's
there's nowhere to put them.
Nowhere to put
She's
them.
cooking them up. They're
Yeah.
just going to get worse and worse.
She's not gonna pick until she gets home.
No,
and
because
then
she
it's like,
doesn't have a mirror unless
Yeah.
somebody is doing it. Like, you know how like monkeys will groom each other.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
unless
Yeah, yeah.
somebody picks out her face for her.
Oh, okay. We've probably got now we've gone too far.
now
Yeah,
it's too
but
far.
like, I do think to her credit, she told a story that tells a lot about her.
Yeah.
yeah.
Almost every single scene we've seen from Sage so far has been burps, pee, poop, or farts.
Yeah.
So leading with blackheads, it's like you're being very honest about yourself.
Totally. And she's, I mean, I loved it. I thought, like, compared with Shannon's answer, which was just like the blah, 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 woo, woo, wee, wee, blah, I love tequila. Blah.
Tell us how you really feel.
You know?
Yeah.
And then it just goes, I collect blackheads. It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Like, and she's totally real, right? And I think it worked for Steven anyways, because Steven, later you see him while they're doing the wah on the beach.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like basically rolling his eyes.
Oh yeah,
like,
he's looking
please.
around. Yeah, he's
I
like,
don't blame
So
her.
it's like, I love the authenticity. And
yeah.
it's weird, but she's being totally honest and being like herself. This is what we want in Survivor.
I
right?
agree.
Like,
I agree.
so-
But I will say, I'll push back a little bit. Sage has also talked about like she makes friends and they never stick around.
Right.
Maybe all of this oversharing is a part of it. Like maybe when you show up at her house and you see the jar of blackheads, you may not be coming back.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, fair.
So,
Yeah.
but I'm with you, JD. I mean, I love her. She's
Very
TV
funny.
gold.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. And then Alex sort of wraps up the ice-breaking talk with talking about eating worms. And that's not even disgusting after what we just heard. Everyone's like, oh,
Jeremiah had a worm farm.
Jeremiah
had a worm farm.
was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said. Oh, I'm trying to think what else. It's but I helped him drink his wine. I don't know what else I would say.
That's a
Anyway.
weird song. Would you rather eat snails or worms?
Snails.
Snails.
Escargot.
Yeah.
All right,
I mean,
sure.
I
yeah.
have eaten snails, I can say,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, of course,
obviously covered in butter and
Yeah. Do you think they cook the snails?
Yeah.
yeah,
Boil 'em.
Okay,
Yeah,
then I
boil
would
'em.
pick
Yeah,
snails.
yeah,
Anything I could cook.
yeah, worms. And I was thinking, like, would I, if I had to eat a worm, would I want those really sort of skinny, small ones they were eating, or would I prefer a juicy
Earthworm?
big worm that maybe you go fishing with or something like that?
Big old night crawler. I think little ones. Little ones. They're gone. They're
Yeah,
gone like
I
that. Not
guess.
squirming.
But
in
at
your mouth.
least a big one feels like a meal. A little bit.
So true.
Yeah, okay.
I would
By far the
abstain.
most disgusting no buffs episode we've
Yeah,
ever
sorry,
done. Here.
guys.
Yeah. What were you gonna say? You finish your thought. You were gonna say something.
I lost it. I'm thinking about worms.
Okay.
now.
Yeah, you're saying how good worms were. I love worms. So.
All right, let's go to the next day. Let's go to day 8. Back to, or actually, excuse me, sticking with this blue tribe, the new Kella. This is where we get Shannon leading the meditation class down by the beach. She's done it before. Little breathing exercises, meditation.
Could Calais Beach get any worse?
I know.
You know? Like,
No
wow,
thanks.
there's underwear, there's nothing here, there's nothing, little fire, nothing, we're eating worms. Now we got to do a fucking meditation the first thing in the morning?
Yeah. Well, some people
God.
liked it, JD.
Yeah, you're right.
Some
you're
people
right.
liked it.
Don't you think they feel forced to do it though?
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Like, yeah, you sort of are.
Especially early on, you're still kind of getting to know each other. Like, yeah, sure.
Totally.
Yeah. But Stephen does see right through it, or he seems to, or at least through sort of Shannon. He says, quote, Shannon is a shark in a spiritual guru's body. So he's like not buying this is all authentic, maybe.
Yeah.
Or she's interesting, right? Like you can be spiritual and be religious and that's fine. We can buy it. But maybe some people, himself included, obviously Sage, are saying, you're laying it on thick here.
Yeah.
Is this really you? Are you using it as sort of gameplay here? What's going on? This is, so there's a lot more to this, but I thought this is fascinating at least. Of at least Stephen pegging her as a really good gamer.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's right.
You think yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting at, are you Team Shannon or Team Sage here as this season goes on and these episodes go on here.
It does feel like they are going to be butting heads.
Yeah.
Right. A little later, Shannon talks about her position on the new tribe, and Christina does connect with her and likes Shannon's openness, her spirituality again, and opens up to Shannon, in fact, saying, like, it's the upcoming 3-year anniversary of her mom passing, and we get a little of Christina's backstory, which I thought was quite emotional.
Very.
And, like, credit to Survivor here, because we've talked about this in the past, like, where they were always giving us the backstory, the emotional backstory for every single person out there. They've toned that down, it feels like, over the last little while. And when it comes up authentically, I'm speaking for everyone here. It's okay seeing the photos of her mom
Right.
and getting the story and maybe some tears, and because it came up in sort of gameplay,
No,
right? Or
absolutely.
naturally, I guess. Yeah. Sage has then an incredible confessional talking about Shannon's ability to fake it. She talks about her former Uli tribe mate laying it on extra thick with the religion, the spirituality chatter to build these connections with her new tribe mates. Sage calls it very performative, and that Shannon had found a direct pathway to everybody's heart and souls.
Yeah. I think she's right.
Right. You think she's right, but do you hate it? Do you hate watching Shannon right now? Or are you like almost like, okay, respect, I guess, because you are playing a game of Survivor and manipulation and all
I
that.
don't hate anyone on this season. I just think what Sage is feeling is like a bit of an icky feeling where she feels like you're leveraging these people's potentially religious or spiritual beliefs and personal traumas to try to connect with them and bring it back to you, which feels yuck, but is a strong strategic technique.
Right. Because you're going to try and bond with people
Yeah,
out
you do
there,
bond.
and you're going to use whatever works.
Sure.
It could be sports teams, it could be religion, it could be whatever.
Yep.
And that was definitely working with Christina.
No, I know.
And she was receptive to it too. So what are your thoughts, TK?
The thing that really rubbed me the wrong way was when Christina and Shannon first meet, and Christina's talking about how she's a mom, and Shannon says to her, one of my best friends from home is a mom. Literally everyone knows a mom.
Yeah.
I think everyone has a best friend from back home who's a mom.
Yeah.
So that to me was like, this is a little disingenuous.
Yeah, sure.
That was like, it kind of reminded me of JD saying last year, like, you should just say that you have the same problem that anybody else has.
Yeah.
But that was taking it to another level. That'd be like saying, one of my best friends from back home is a human.
Yeah.
Oh, I know people too.
Yeah. Oh, I have a blackhead jar.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Me too.
Yeah, the cut here, the edit, JD, I thought was, because they did it like back to back to back of these like Shannon, like, oh yes, I'm like that, or the spirituality of it all. Like they seem to be like, well, they're pointing it out here. Again, we're leading towards something I think with Sage and Shannon.
Yeah.
But we know your thoughts on Shannon. You're not the biggest fan.
I'm not the biggest fan.
Yeah.
It's noticeable to the viewer because in the previous tribe, she was more like all about the land upon which we walk. And now we're getting more, people are responding to her invoking Jesus, right?
Yes.
There's more actual Christians.
Well, yeah, they even showed Christina like grabbing her cross, right? At one point, and like, giving a little kiss or something. Yeah.
And it's like she's just feeling around and then just going for, which is what you do on Survivor, right? It just feels particularly icky. I don't know what it is. I think it's just you're kind of taking advantage of a person, or you're like code switching, for lack of a better word. Like you're just like, okay, well, I guess I'm religious now. Like I was about all the land, and now I'm about Jesus, right? Which is fine. I mean, I don't care what you believe, but for somebody like Sage, who I relate to a lot, not the blackheads thing, but just okay, all right. Roll your eyes. I'm with you, Trey. It's just like, oh, you know a mom? Okay, cool. I mean, great.
Yeah, I think it was Rob and Fishback brought up on the know-it-alls, we hadn't seen a lot of this, like using religion to maybe bond with people and keep people together since way back in the Coach days.
Right.
Yes.
I think South Pacific, I think it was that season of his where he had people that, were followers of Jesus, and he sort of like was using that to keep everybody as that group and that alliance. Yeah, and some people don't like it.
Yeah.
And some people think that's one thing that maybe should be not used. But
Yeah, it's giving cult.
to each his own.
A little bit of a culty vibe. The way she talks to
she
people.
gives that
Yeah,
vibe.
100%.
Yes.
Absolutely.
How she speaks. Does Steven say it in the episode? Like how she sort of speaks in that rhythm almost. Or am I making that up?
No, he does describe the way she is able to kind of entrance people in her conversation and really like draw them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember if he used the word cult, but it's
No, he
definitely
didn't say that.
giving
Yeah.
cult leader vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's particularly grating when Christina is, having like quite an emotional moment telling her story. And she's just sort of like, you know what I mean? Like, she's just like, it just comes off as so disingenuous, even though she may be being, authentic,
Yeah.
but it just doesn't feel like it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To you.
To me.
Yeah, exactly. But it obviously did
It did to Christina,
Yeah,
but that makes me feel like Christina is in a vulnerable moment and she's being taken advantage of, right? Like,
no, it's interesting. Let's go back to New Hina. This is where Nate's talking about dreaming of his kids for the first time out on the island. Yeah. He got a little emotional when that came up. And Sophi B, consoles him.
Yeah.
She's right there. Just met this guy. Already best friends.
One of my best friends from home is a dad.
But this is a nice contrast, right?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, no, I didn't want to take your moment.
No,
Go ahead.
no, I was just going to bring that up. It is. It's a nice contrast. This feels authentic.
Yes.
She's doing similar things that Shannon is doing with the new people she's meeting.
Yeah, but the thing she's not doing is bringing it back to her.
yes.
Yeah.
Great
She's
point.
like, I feel for you. That is so hard.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Not God has brought me here to be your friend.
Right. Well, Nate likes her, sees her as an asset. Do you think like Sophi is higher in this? Let's call it still the original 6 of Uli. Like, is Sophi higher than some people?
I think Jawan is in trouble.
Like Jawan,
Yep.
which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about Jawan and his relationship with those people as well. No, Jawan, he's gonna like have their backs in this one. Like, he's gonna spill the beans on everything that Matt's got cooking up. But yeah, I'm with you. I think Sophie's already like climbed the ranks there in that.
Yeah, I mean,
OG
Nate
Uli
says
4.
it at Tribal Council. She's like, we see Sophi as one of us. And they've known her for like 24 hours.
That's crazy.
That's incredible gameplay. Savannah talks with Jason and learns about how loyal he is to his old tribe. And Matt then, they're all sort of doing their own version, I guess, of ice breaking, or they're just talking. But Matt talks about previously working in finance. He was a branch manager for a brokerage firm.
Uh-oh.
Savannah is spooked by this.
Don't love it.
She does not like how high up, I guess, he was in the finance world and calls him a sociopath. Or people that get that high
Yeah.
that are sociopaths.
Great line. You don't get to be that high up without being a sociopath. And look, I love him. He seems like a great person. I'm just saying he's a sociopath, okay?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I think there is the grain of truth to what she's saying is that, okay, to get high up in finance, we're talking general terms, you probably do need to be very strategic and incredibly bright. Okay, that doesn't make you a sociopath, but I think it's more maybe the fact that he was considering being deceptive as well, and whether I wasn't sure I was going to tell people this. Like he was yapping. He shouldn't
Yeah,
have
in
told
his
them.
defense, he was like, well, nobody had asked me. Like, I wasn't hiding it, so
You're
to
the
speak.
first person that asked.
Like, and he's been out of it for 11 years is the other
But
part. Like, he
he
left that
knows-
world.
He knows what it conveys.
Yeah, I guess.
Right. So what's the subtext of what I'm saying? I'm very smart and you misjudged me and you thought I was just this blue collar guy.
Maybe. Yeah. And Savannah's like,
Well.
she's pretty proud of her reporting skills.
Absolutely.
Getting it out of him. I thought he gave it up pretty easily, but
yeah.
okay. You did learn that's what he did. And like these scenes are here because as we get to later in this episode, there's going to be the debate sort of spearheaded by Savannah to some extent of like, yeah, are we going after Jason or are we going after Matt? Because I'm not getting great vibes from Jason because he just basically says, I'm going to play my shot in the dark and I'm loyal to old Hina.
I'm going back to the old me.
Yeah.
He basically said.
Well, Matt, he's a little more open to maybe play the game, but I don't know the vibe I'm getting from him. He's a little deceptive. He's keeping secrets, like whatever. So we'll get back to that. But any other thoughts on on this sort of scene.
Yeah, the only safe thing you can tell people that your job is working at the airport. Anything else is a red flag, basically. I was like, I was talking with Laura. I was like, why do people care so much? And she said it's because if you have a job like a finance guy or a lawyer or a doctor, you can make $1 million. That's the opinion, is that you can make $1 million on your own. You don't need it. You're not making $1 million throwing bags at the airport. So say if that's what you do.
And I think what Savannah is speaking to is just you do need a certain amount of ruthlessness to be in that business, right? Like you have to be cutthroat, right? Not the airport business, the finance business.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I think most people would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would add to that, he's a man.
Right, fair.
Especially when he was doing it. So that helped him climb the ranks, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Like, as simple as that.
Yeah.
Has she said what she does, Savannah? Has she said, I was a TV reporter?
She told them she's going to keep that secret, I thought.
Yeah, I think so.
She doesn't
I don't
want
know
them.
what she's conveyed to them about what she does.
Yeah.
Don't
right.
say anything, Savannah, because TV reporter, pretty ruthless.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I think people think TV.
Star.
They think you make a lot of money,
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Like, oh, they make a lot of money. Let's go to day 8, the immunity/reward challenge. Christina brings Sophie's shoe, which apparently washed up on the beach.
Yeah.
Would you have done that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would too.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I know. I know.
No?
Yeah, JD wouldn't, of course.
Why would I bring an opponent her shoe?
Yeah.
It's lost. She's wearing. Did you
She's
see her
wearing some
feet?
giant shoe.
They're massive.
Someone else's.
She's doing very well in this game. Yes, she was on a disaster tribe. There's no way I'd bring her shoe for her. I would throw it further down the beach. I would hide it, bury it.
But don't you want to be thinking about goodwill that you're building with somebody?
Yeah.
Then no one would know. No one would know. No one would find out.
It was weird to me that Alex wasn't the one giving
Handing it.
shoe.
Right.
Giving shoe. It should have been his. Should have been his to give.
Yeah.
But what about
right.
what about if you decide I'm not bringing that shoe, JD?
Yeah.
The rest of your tribe is like, what a dickhead. Why wouldn't he bring her shoe?
Sociopath.
Yeah, but I would find it.
This
I
guy's
would.
ruthless. And is a podcast host.
That's right. No, I don't stand a chance.
Get him out of here.
I do not stand a chance on this show. But yeah, I would assume that if I found it myself,
Okay.
I would pretend that I never found it, bury it, and move on.
Okay. Wow.
That's right. That's right.
Do you think she was wearing Annie's shoes?
Oh, yeah,
maybe.
right.
Yeah. I was like,
I
who else
totally
would it be?
forgot who
Yeah.
Annie was for a second. I was like,
Yeah.
who?
She was there for a
Interesting.
hot second.
I kind of got a man.
I thought they were men's shoes too,
Yeah,
but I don't
but-
know why I think that.
Jeremiah's?
Sophie is very
Jeremiah?
small.
What about Jake?
Well, she said they didn't fit, so
Yeah.
I figured
Hold
it
on,
was
they
too
had to be
big.
Jake's because he was
she's
medevaced.
wearing
He took
Jake's
nothing with
shoes?
him, right?
Those would be huge on her.
They were
They did
huge.
look big.
They were
yeah.
massive.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
I need to look at that pic again.
All right. Well, we learn we're playing for a bunch of fruit.
Here we go.
This is the first food reward of the season. And Prope's like, he undoes his unveiling, and this is what we're playing for in addition to the idol and safety tonight here at Tribal Council. And sort of like does his Prope's thing, like, what do you think? Goes to Sophi with an E, who we have not heard a lot from in this season of Survivor 49. And Sophi could not give a shit. She was bummed.
Yeah.
She's like, fruit?
This is diet food.
Yeah, diet food. I want some carbs and protein. It's funny they kept this in
That was funny.
the episode because Jeff was like
taken aback.
I did not expect that
dare you.
reaction.
Never
Yeah,
coming back.
Do you think
well,
he
that's
carved
what-
that up?
That's what I think every time I see fruit as a reward.
you know,
I'm like, boo.
Yeah.
you want
Thanks for the
pizza,
diarrhea.
donut.
Like,
Let's make this even grosser now. All right.
yeah, well, hey, we hit all the body functions. Why not?
Rob Sesternino, he agreed with you. He's like, she's right.
Yeah.
Fruit, give me a break.
Bring a fucking, you know what? Unveil a jar of pickled eggs. Then I would be excited.
Oh, Sage would be like, what are those?
Disgusting.
Is
Yeah,
something in a jar there?
They look like blackheads.
Yeah.
Yummy. Sorry, I'm not to imply that Sage eats the blackheads. She just keeps them.
We don't know that.
No, but that's
But
protein.
I bet she's tried one.
Hey,
Come on.
Stop.
yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
How could you not?
Yeah, like something gross, like beef jerky and hard-boiled eggs. And then that's would elicit a weird response, right? Like, ugh.
Rob was like just coming at it from the point like, give them, as for good TV, we want to see them gorge on donuts
Yeah.
or
Right.
nachos or like
Sure.
like burgers or whatever. Like, that's better than just watching them have a piece of fruit, which
Yeah,
I
that's not
get.
super exciting.
And Rob is coming from experience, like being out there when way back in the day, you know, Probst was like, who wants peanut butter? Would you strip down naked for peanut butter? And 2 women did. And
Yeah.
Rob's standing there going, holy moly, this is crazy.
I know.
So, I mean, not that Rob is saying bring that back to Survivor, but
I'm saying bring it back.
Yeah,
Let's go.
great.
Why not?
But yeah, it is funny. It was just funny Probst's reaction to Sophie
He
going.
was so taken aback.
Yeah.
He's like, let's actually let her talk here. Let's see what she's got to say.
But this is where Probst dropped the ball. Probst should have been, oh, really? Okay, then we won't play for it.
Totally.
Savage.
Now,
Yeah.
now you get some angry people.
Spicy.
Because even Christina, without Probst saying he was going to take it away or anything.
Right.
But you're like, whoa, let's pump the brakes here. We'll have some fruit. That looks like a nice pineapple, Jeff.
Yeah.
But I would have loved if Jeff was like, oh, really? You think so? Okay, we won't play for it then. Oh, it would have been great.
Yeah.
Everyone would have been so pissed with her.
That would have been awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time, Jeff. Next time. We do have a question from Collectible. What food reward would have you acting as disappointed as Sophie with an E? TK, what would you have been like? Okay.
Soup.
Oh, that's a
Soup
good
is
one.
so good.
Not when it's super hot out on the
Yeah,
island.
like just a huge bowl.
She makes a lot of soup, Nora does in our house.
Thank you.
And I do love soup, but I'm team a little bit colder weather soup.
I will eat soup every day of the
You
year.
do love soup.
I love it. It's nourishing and delicious, and I would 100% be down for soup there.
Okay.
And that's just more soup for me. If you're not going to
More
have
soup
any.
for me.
Maybe gazpacho.
Oh no,
I
come
don't-
on, that'd be nice.
That'd be very
That's
nice.
so acidic, though.
But
Your
it's not-
tummy's
yeah, if
empty.
it's-
You're
if it's room
drinking
temp and you're
straight
expecting it to be
tomatoes.
cold?
Okay, he went with soup. What would you be a
I
little?
was like,
meh?
just like salads or any kind of vegetables.
Salads.
Get them out of here. I want pizza.
Okay, JD.
Yeah, I mean, it is fruit for me. It's fruit. God, no, thank you.
You don't eat fruit at all in your life.
Yeah, I do, but I don't want it as a reward on Survivor.
All right,
Like it's not
I'm not
fun.
on a diet, is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
For me, it would be egg salad. I would not be happy.
That's
Right.
But that's more.
That's
I
a
just-
problem.
That one probably wouldn't hold up.
No,
Yeah.
they can't do that.
They gotta bring that in super quick.
No, it have to be on ice.
Yeah.
Jeff would have to be like, okay, we're
Does-
playing for
does
a
happen.
award. I can't show it to you right now. We got to
the
bring it in at
fridge.
the last second.
Yeah.
And even then,
Trust me on this.
even then. And one more theory on this whole them giving them fruit instead of something cool like pizza, donuts, or whatever. I'm blaming Dr. Barry.
Uh-oh.
I think they consulted Dr. Barry on what they should give them.
Wow.
He said
And they were
fruit.
like, we're going to give them like, these greasy burgers or something. He's like, no, we can't do that. That'll be bad on their gut. Give them fruit. So we're blaming Dr. Barry here on No Buffs.
I mean, it's usually peanut butter sandwiches at this point, isn't it? Like day 4.
Fruits come around this
fruit.
point because we had the whole Sam trying
yeah.
fruit for the first time. I don't know if it was around here or not, but
Yeah, you're right.
okay. Well, let's hear from everybody in the live tribe on YouTube right now. What food reward would have you disappointed? Let us know. We get to the actual challenge here. I thought it was weird, the boat part of the challenge, because they were walking in the water.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we saw the dream team run it, and they were swimming and
They dove
diving.
in,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the tides continued to change, right?
Yeah, the
like what happened
tides.
here? Like
That's
That looks
100%
simple.
what happened.
It was weird.
The tide went out.
Time of day.
so they were just like got to it late, or
I guess. Yeah.
because it was not that exciting. Just dragging around a boat in the water. Yeah. But we get to the balance beam part, and it's Matt versus MC in the individual part. MC crushing it, holding it like they showed us in the Dream Team part.
Yeah.
Holding it like horizontally.
wood,
Yeah. Matt was trying to do vertical and was stumbling and bumbling. He was blowing it. But we get to the part where they just had to stack blocks. I wrote this in my notes. I can't believe it. If you had told me they got to stack blocks at the end, I'd be like, that sounds stupid. It was awesome.
It was
Yeah.
great.
And we've seen this before, but this is great. It's exhilarating.
Yeah.
How are they going to get up there? How are they going to figure it out? And MC, a beast.
Yeah.
Probably too good, if I'm being honest. I mean, when we get to the merge, she's in trouble.
I think so too.
She's awesome.
She's great.
She's good at everything. She's strong. She's athletic. She's agile. She's smart in these things. Anyway, she's just domination, and they eventually, her tribe here, gets it done. And Christina's pumped, kicks over the blocks, falls over.
For Karen.
But a question with this. Okay, at one point we see somebody handed Nate, I think, or something like like 4 of the smaller blocks all stacked on top of each other, and he put them all on. So the rule didn't seem you had to put them on one at a time.
Yeah.
Correct? Then why they were going at this a weird way?
was
Like
weird,
they
yeah.
could have. The blocks to me looked heavy enough to have some weight. You could stack them squarely. Somebody could have probably passed up all the small blocks to the person on, say, let's top of somebody's shoulders, and do it that way instead of like having to figure out how to get really, really high.
Yeah,
right?
definitely Rizzo tried to put multiple blocks on at the top when he couldn't quite reach the top. He tried to do like the last 2, and I mean, it looked unsteady.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that would be tricky, that part of it, but I agree. It looked like you could definitely do more than one at a time.
Yeah, I was sort of expecting at some point for somebody to take like 2 down and then add 2 more and then try to put all 4 on the top instead of trying to struggle.
That's what, yeah, exactly, yeah.
But yeah, they didn't get there.
No, but exhilarating, like I said, JD.
Yeah, so exciting.
Fun television.
I was with you. I'm like, this is gonna be so lame. But I was on the edge of my seat.
It was awesome.
Oh my god, how are they gonna do this?
And it's one of those things you get to yell at the TV, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you, what,
Stand on the
positions?
shoulders.
Yeah,
Don't sit on the shoulders.
yeah, right.
But they should mix this kind of thing in more than just end it with a puzzle every time.
Yeah.
Because like this, it negates somebody who's awesome at puzzles. Like Jason dominated every puzzle. He was just part of the team on this one. I think
Yeah.
that's the important thing, is it emphasizes teamwork rather than like putting the spotlight on, we got one person who always destroys it. I thought this was a great change up, and it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
I was really happy there wasn't a puzzle at the end.
Yeah. I'll ask it now. Actually, maybe we have it in Tree Mail. I was going to ask you a question about the challenge itself. I'll save it. We'll get to it in Tree Mail. Okay, plotting and scheming here. We got the new Hina. They have lost. So Rizzo decides here, because they've lost, better get my idol. I don't have a vote here. And he tells Sophi, as we talked about, he tells her about the Beware advantage.
Yeah, very easily.
Very easily. Okay, so she is definitely in the mix. And while he's doing that, Savannah, I think with Nate, was it just Nate? Maybe
Was
somebody
Jawan
else.
there?
Jawan was there
Jawan
too.
there as well? Yeah. Savannah's like, what are we doing? Where the hell's Rizzo?
Yeah.
Let's get this thing dug up here.
Dig it up.
We know it's at the water well. Let's dig up the clue. And they do so, and then they get the clue to Rizzo, I guess because he has the key.
Yes.
Yeah. And he goes and finds the treasure chest / immunity idol in the water. A lot easier than the one on the Blue Tribe.
Yeah.
On the original Kella Beach. Like, this was way easier. It's
just there.
That one had the balls and chains and
Yeah.
all these moving pieces. And this one's just like, just go out by that rock, really.
Yeah, cool reveal. I thought like it floating up.
It looked cool.
That was pretty
Totally.
sweet. And
Yeah.
it definitely gives you pirate vibes, you know, like go out and find a treasure chest
Yep.
that's underwater. But it kind of felt like they're like, all right, we got Jake. That guy can carry a giant chain. Give him the chain.
Yeah.
Rizzo, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's just let him go out in the water and dig it up.
And something we debated last week on No Buffs, because we had limited knowledge of the sort of rules here with these Beware advantages, JD, and how they would work after they tribe swapped and were on different islands, and how it all shake out.
Yeah.
And we just learned that it said it on the parchment. They just
Yeah.
cut it out of last week's episode because they didn't want us to know there was a tribe swap.
Oh yeah, they go through it all. The terms and services are on the back. They read all that too, just in case it comes up in the next episode. Yeah. So okay.
But
fine.
what if MC and Rizzo were on the same beach or on the same tribe?
Yeah, great question.
Would there have been 2 out there in different spots?
Yeah. I would
I
Probably.
would think so. It wouldn't be fair.
Yeah.
But they both had instructions to dig at the well, right?
One was a boat. One,
One
was a
was
boat.
a
one was a boat. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So they must have
So
just.
there you go. There you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't have that issue. So Rizzo, Savannah, Sophi, they discuss who they're going to target here because now Rizzo has his vote back. He's got the idol. And this is where we get, again, to sort of Matt and Jason making their cases, I guess. So let's go through Matt's bold strategy to save his ass here. I thought this was a little odd. First, he told a bunch of the original Uli members, the original red people, we're going to target Sophi. Let's get that, that outcast
new
out
He's
of
got
her.
nobody.
Yeah, get her out of here.
Okay, weird. But then he decides, let's play the game. Let's blindside Nate. And he throws out Nate's name. And he had a previous relationship with Jawan from the journey. I'm glad they reminded us of that. I completely
totally
forgot.
forgot.
I was like, oh, okay. But Matt pitches Jawan on this Nate blindside. He thinks he's got 4 votes. So it's going to be Matt. It's going to be Jason. It's going to be Sophi. It's going to be Jawan. So he's kind of like, there's all these thoughts going here, all these plans. He's bonding with Jawan, comes up with an alliance name, the section. I guess it was like an Air Force reference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Jawan I thought pretty good acting. I
agree.
believed that he was pumped.
Yeah.
Like he was like,
Yep.
yeah,
I agree.
You and me, man, the section, this is awesome. Cut to him immediately spilling the beans.
What is he talking about?
Yeah, or in
guy's
confessional.
crazy.
This guy is crazy. So that's Matt's strategy. Let's unpack that before we get to Jason here. Brutal, meh, respect for trying something, shouldn't have thrown Nate's name out. What do you think of all of it?
I don't know. He said he didn't want to play like Sandra, right?
A couple times.
And then eventually he's just like, maybe that's the smartest way to do it. Because if he just says anybody but me from the get-go, maybe he survives, because they were a little bit more sketched out, I thought, by Jason coming in and saying, I'm going to play my shot in the dark, and then I'm going back with my original tribe mates. Savannah at least was like, he doesn't want to work with us.
Yeah.
Maybe we can work with Matt. So I thought Matt was in the pole position at that point, but he threw a name out.
Yeah.
You throw a name out, some people are going to take it the wrong way. And I was actually kind of surprised that Nate was so offended that he put his name out there, because as soon as Nate heard that Matt was suggesting him, it was over. He's like, that's who we're going for sure. He brought it up a few times at Tribal Council. I didn't expect that kind of reaction from Nate. He's been so even-keeled in everything we've seen, but this is the first time he's voting. And once you hear your name, things change.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. Just sloppy play, like saying too much, putting people's names out there. If he had been able to deduce that the most important thing to the Uli people was the longevity and me being able to be somebody that they work with, which Sophi said out the bat, basically.
Yeah, yes.
If he had been able to hone in on that, I think he could have had a better chance versus Jason, who was a little bit more guarded and closed off. But unfortunately, he didn't. He did too much.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have said any name.
Yeah.
But the name he said was the wrong one.
Yeah,
If he says
absolutely.
Juwan, maybe it's a little different. I think they still want their numbers and all that,
Yeah.
but maybe a little different. But Nate, what we learned from last night, this guy's got standing in that original Uli 4.
Yes.
Like when Nate says, no, we're going for him. He said my
They went
name,
with
and everyone's like, okay. Like they talked about it after, like, is that the right decision? Maybe we should go Jason. He's a little sketchier. But in the end, of course, Matt's going to be the one to go home. JD, thoughts on Matt's plan here?
I mean, I didn't hate it. I did listen to Matt's exit interview, and he does talk about how him and Juwan went fishing that day, like for hours,
Okay.
and they did have this previous relationship. And Juwan is on the bottom. Like Savannah even says so, right?
Yeah.
In her confessional. So it's not a terrible play.
Yeah.
It's way too early. And look, Jason and Matt are in a terrible position. It's basically they have to throw each other under the bus. Really, that's really their only move. So I was happy that Matt tried something, you know, at least. And, Jason completely blew it, really. Like, honestly, like, you just say, you want me to vote Matt? I'll vote Matt. And then you play your shot in the dark.
He did vote Matt, too.
Did he?
Yeah. Jason did.
Oh,
Matt voted for Nate.
Crazy.
Yeah, but
What are
I'm
you
with
doing,
you.
Jason?
Jason, I thought the whole episode, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why are you telling
and
him
he
you're
just
gonna,
kept.
Yeah.
On one hand, I was like, interesting strategy. His strategy was like, well, I'm just going to play my shot in the dark.
Right.
So on one hand, it's like, oh, nobody wants the unknown, the possibility that it comes up. And then now you're scrambling. Is there going to be blowback on somebody else? Sort of that part makes sense, but like not the, hey, if I'm still here, man, I'm still Hina strong.
Yeah.
It's like, you'll never get me to come to your side.
Good luck.
Like,
I think
you
that
just tell them that.
the bottom line is that both of those guys were so unwilling to vote for each other, right? And they're so, what is it, Hina?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're so Hina strong.
OG Hina.
And they're like, well, I'll just play my shot in the dark. And then Matt was like, well, I'll just try for anything but Jason, right? Or me, right? So it was just sort of like a weird, like Matt just came off as like a bull in a china shop, like just crashing into everything, picking the wrong thing to say to the wrong people. It was unfortunate. I don't know.
So Rizzo and Sophi, they tell Jason that they find him much more trustworthy than Matt. And Jason starts telling everyone, again, he's just going to play that shot in the dark. Savannah doesn't love that part of the whole thing. I did love when they were telling him, like, you're a lot more trustworthy than Matt. He was sort of like,
As opposed to who?
he was a little confused. He always sort of looks confused.
He's
to me.
scared. He told us he's
his
scared.
expression looks confused.
He did tell us.
Rizzo and Savannah then talk about the tribe seemingly deciding on voting out Matt over Jason, but when they're sharing notes, they're like, but I think we should vote out Jason. And Rizzo's like, I think we should vote out Jason. And that, we're going to go to commercial break. Like, of course, we're contemplating one or the other. Rizzo's going to say about going to war again
Of course.
for the 8th time too. But yeah, they say Matt is going to be all over the place. And Jason, he's cagey. So we know what happens. Matt goes home. Do you think they made the right decision? Like, or I guess, who would you have wanted to keep if you have to pick between Matt and Jason in their position?
Am I Nate? Because if I'm Nate, I'm going after Matt.
Okay, yeah, that part's...
If Matt is saying my name, he's my target. I want him out. I understand that. For him, overall, I would say Jason is probably more of a strategic threat. And the fact that he is unwilling to work with us makes there's no future here.
Right. So you would be more likely, unless you were Nate, because he threw your name out,
Yes.
to keep Matt around. Who would you have?
I want Jason out.
Okay.
He's the best at puzzles. You got to beat him eventually. I want him out as soon as possible.
Okay.
If I'm anybody else in the game, Matt was never going to win.
Yeah. JD, you agree?
Jason's
yeah,
gotta
it
go.
feels like we're all
Gotta
sort
go.
of team. Maybe they picked the wrong one. Maybe should have went with Jason. We'll find out.
I thought it was, like you're saying, I thought it was smart to say, I'm going to play my shot in the dark. I didn't agree with him saying I'm running back to my original tribe, but like it got him thinking about it. They eventually had to split the vote, which is why he ends up getting 2 votes and Matt gets 4. Like that was all precautionary, I thought.
Yep. Night 8, Tribal Council. Jawan comes in, can't believe the Tribal Council set, because again, there's a lot of people seeing this thing for the first time. His jaw was on the floor.
He was losing.
Hey, look, it looks awesome. We already talked about it. Nate talks about the Uli 4 sort of adopting Sophi, and she's this lost puppy that they've taken in. Savannah and Nate, I thought they talked very openly for a tribal council about Matt and Jason and their approaches to trying to stay and their stories that they were sharing, right? Like they both were like
Very open.
very
I agree,
open.
Yes,
which
comfortable.
was refreshing, obviously, for us as the viewer. They go up to vote. We get Sophi mocking the Hina chant. That was nice. While writing Jason's name down in the booth. In the end, Matt gets 4 votes, 2 for Jason, 1 for Nate. And Matt walks off bagless,
Yeah.
which I thought was fitting for an airport baggage handler.
You're saying he's lost a bag in his
I
day?
think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Do
You
think
can't
it
have a
was
perfect record.
No.
Do you think it was intentional, or he just was like so shocked that?
Yeah, because the bag was at tribal council.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he didn't leave it at the beach.
I don't think
I think
so.
he just was like,
Over
okay,
it.
guess I'm out of here. Yeah.
Yeah, see, yes.
So thoughts on anything that went down at tribal council?
Matt got burned a little bit when Nate said people were throwing his name under the bus. And Matt's like, I just said I didn't want it to be me. Now, we know that he did really
Target.
pitch Nate out there, but is saying not me, is that throwing everybody else's name under the bus? Or are you just like saying, who cares? Like I can't, I wouldn't get too mad at that if somebody's just like, they don't want to be voted out. Yeah, guess what? Nobody wants to be voted out.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So you think Nate maybe, you didn't love how Nate sort of handled everything? I thought he did a pretty good job, honestly. Like he didn't want to hear his
I don't
name.
know. Nobody wants to hear their name. And he got his way about things. And they were in such a power position that it really doesn't matter. You can overreact like that.
Yeah.
But I did think it was a little bit of an overreaction. What's Matt supposed to do? Just say anybody but me? Is that he's limiting, he's saying, Matt, you can only play one way. And we know Matt can do other things if he wants to. So I don't know. I mean, Jam Jam was the same way. Every time he heard somebody's name, he's like, that's the next person out. And he won.
Yep.
So it's a good way to play.
Yeah, fair enough. Him calling him out in tribal council, Nate calling Matt out. I mean, aren't you risking that he's? If I would play my shot in the dark at that point, like Matt, he
I'm
could see it
amazed
on
both
his
of those
face.
guys didn't play their shot.
Exactly.
One
It's
of
like,
them.
well, okay, well, he's like, oh, Sophie's not in this. Okay, well, there goes that vote. Play your shot in the dark, and then Nate calls him out and is basically like, yeah, you threw both of these guys out of the bus. And he's like, fuck, I'm screwed here. I have to play my shot in the dark, but he doesn't. Like it's
I don't think he's
very
good at
perplexing.
Survivor.
No,
That's what we learned here in this episode.
Fair.
That is a great point that I didn't really think of. He learns at tribal council, Sophi is definitely with them.
yeah.
Yes.
So she is not part of this like secret 4 where we're going to blindside Nate here. Like, I'm sorry, they said as much.
Yes.
So you should probably pivot and go, oh, okay, well, now I'm sort of screwed. We don't have the numbers. So I guess I better just play my shot in the dark. Yeah. Buddy, go. How have you felt about the season so far here? Did you like last night's episode?
It was okay.
Yeah.
I'm not loving
I think it's a slow burn right now.
I will say Probst has been out. I think he's doing a bit of damage control. He talked about how the second half of the season is like crazy.
He called it bananas.
Okay,
boy.
bananas. Okay, Uncle Jeff.
Rizzo would be happy.
Yeah, I'll take one.
So yeah, not the most exciting start.
Right. But you probably prefer the slow pre-merge game and an awesome second half of the game.
Probably.
Than vice
The other
versa.
side. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right. For me, premiere always a banger.
Right.
Major lull until we get everybody on the same beach together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're in lull mode right now. But at least there's not a Banu, you know? I'm not
true.
detesting this season like I've detested seeing 2 straight episodes of Banu cry.
Yeah, that's true.
Good point. Okay, lots more to talk about here. Let's get into tree mail, JD. All right, this first question was the one I sort of like hesitated to bring up when we were actually talking about the challenge itself. Because Zach Coakley wrote in, is it just me, or did old Uli benefit from losing immunity? They got to eliminate a Hina member before the merge, swing the numbers in their favor. Shouldn't both tribes be trying to throw the challenge next week to eliminate a member of the opposite alliance? Great question from Zach. And I stopped myself because I was going to say, why weren't these tribes, either of them, talking about throwing that challenge last night's, let alone next week's? All we've talked about is 6-on-6. It's split incredibly 4-2, 4-2. So both should be going, let's play the long game here. Let's throw this. We got the numbers, and then we'll just bounce one of these other, the opposition's tribe members.
Yeah. I mean,
It's weird.
maybe they were and we weren't seeing it.
They had to have talked about
I don't know. What do you think Survivor Productions' vibe is on seeing people or discuss wanting to throw things?
I think it's interesting.
Like they're open
Yeah.
to it?
I think it's a cool
totally.
game mechanic.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if production is like, we don't want people saying they're going out there to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. I think it's just the new era. It's like sacrilegious to say you're going to throw a challenge, like to purposely throw a challenge because we've seen it backfire before many times.
I mean, the counter to why you wouldn't throw a challenge is like crazy shit can happen.
Yeah.
Like you don't know where idols are, like
Right.
hidden immunity idols, and you don't even know what's coming. Like I get that. Like just go out, compete, avoid at all costs going there.
Yeah.
I get it, but like at the same time, we've been told nonstop 6 versus 6, 6 versus 6. It's war. Well, a smart general, maybe you sacrifice.
Fall back.
Sacrifice some fruit to win the war here.
right.
So I was just shocked. And you're right. It probably came up. And then they don't include it because it didn't happen. Or at least, I guess Matt didn't talk about throwing it, right?
No.
I mean, he would be the one not throwing it.
Right.
Because he would be the vulnerable person in that
Right,
tribe.
right.
He was just crappy on a balance beam.
Yeah, every time he went across looked like the meme of the guy carrying 1,000 cleaning products and dropping them. He looked identical, like the way it would fall off.
I thought he looked at one point like he was wearing shoes 10 sizes too big. Like the way he was like walking like clown shoes.
It's funny you say that, Trey. I was thinking of the meme of Ben Affleck carrying all those Dunkin' things and like looking all disheveled. And I was trying to figure out how I could put him on the beam and do like a Photoshop because that's what he.
Or what about Kevin from The Office with the chili? That's sort of what it looked like, too. That Matt was giving those vibes for sure.
I mean, tough spot to be in to go first to do that as well. I would never want to be the first one on the beam.
well, he must have elected him.
Oh, I know
himself.
he did, but I'm
Yeah.
like, I would never.
Oh, okay.
I need to see someone do it first.
Yeah, the other part looked easier because like
As a group.
the weight is distributed, and I mean it's not like it's almost helping you keep balance. I think
little
on the
bit.
balance
Probably.
beam, right?
You have like a counterweight.
Yeah. And none of the teams fell, at least that we saw, and had to start
so.
over, so they just
Right.
slowly got there. The other Zach writes in, Zachary, with how much we are seeing Sophi with an I, just an I, does it feel like she is either the winner, a la Jam Jam or Marianne, or a surprising early merge vote? Regardless, does it already feel like she is a lock to return given her screen time? So a couple questions there from Zach. Your team, Sophi B. Sophi B might be a No Boss fan, is she not? She not slide in the DMs?
She commented on a YouTube video of ours. Hi, Sophie,
We
if
see
you
you,
are
Sophie
watching.
B.
Well, she is my winner pick. She's Trey's winner pick.
Yeah.
So we're high on Sophie. I do think also potentially a lot of the screen time is a factor of just being on the disaster
Yeah,
tribe.
definitely
So you get a lot of FaceTime doing that. And on top of that, she is very chatty. She is very engaging. I think she's giving production a lot to work with.
Okay.
So that could be part of it too, but she's going far.
Yeah. Obviously, TK agrees with that, hence the pick.
Yeah, she's getting the winner edit so far.
Yeah.
This episode, I thought, especially the way she came in and was saying this is literally the start of an underdog story. That was what they would put at the end of the season when she wins and they flash back to how did Sophi pull this off? Playing on the disaster tribe.
Yep.
And we've seen the disaster tribe person win a lot.
Yeah.
Half the time in the new era. So this was a great episode for her, because she didn't get voted off, even though she lost once again.
Yeah, yeah.
She's been to every tribal council and came out unscathed. 0 votes so far, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right. I would add to all of that, like her chances to win this thing. We'll find out, of course, but the narrative is there. You said that underdog. They even have the whole puppy dog being adopted. They've said it twice now. She said it twice or something like so. They got that. She's also showing immediately how great she is socially, bonding with all of these OG Uli people. And going back an episode or two ago, she did have like some strategic chops in wanting or like wanting to try and get the idol from Jake and Alex. Remember? She was trying to like figure out how she could get the key. So like she's showing all facets sort of this game right now. So she's in a good position. JD, you think she's going far, I imagine?
Oh, yeah, she's going far. I mean, she's strategic enough to do everything that you just said and then to know where she stands in the tribe and just activate pawn mode. Just, I'm a number, I'm loyal, I'll do whatever you tell me to do. And pawns can be very powerful in the game of chess until they're sacrificed. So we'll see.
Okay. Gabby writes in, does Savannah remind you of a cartoon villain with them eyebrows of hers? And I was like, I kept this in because I was like, I hadn't thought of it. Let's get a photo of Savannah.
I don't think she has cartoon brows. They're pronounced.
Right. What are cartoon brows?
Like
pointy almost, or?
I don't know. Just like very defined, I guess.
Defined. Yeah, maybe I got a bad photo here. She does have her,
you need like a more close-up
bandana
one.
on, covering a little bit of
Yeah,
it.
but she's got the cartoony sort of like
Straight.
how you would draw like an evil.
Like almost on an angle.
Yeah, on an angle.
Okay, okay. So that's what Gabby, I think, is getting at here.
I mean, I think she has good brows.
Yeah.
I think she does too.
You got great brows, kid.
All right, Mark writes in, if Matt were to eat 15 cheeseburgers and 1 beer, drink the beer, and we assume they are standard quarter pounders, it would be the equivalent of approximately 4 pounds gained in one sitting. Do you think that is higher, lower, or equal to his start weight? Trey, have at it.
He was voted out day 8.
Yeah.
So he's been there a week.
Yep.
He's been on a tribe that has been able to eat.
Yep.
Not a lot of food out there. I think eating 4 pounds worth of cheeseburgers plus a beer, still under his starting weight. I would guess he's lost more than 4 pounds over the course of a week.
Yeah, big dude too. Probably even packed on some more pounds before coming out to the island.
Yeah, it could
if he
be.
was smart. I'm with you.
I support the math that Trey did.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
And JD, after playing, I guess 7-8 days of Survivor, would you prefer 15 cheeseburgers and 1 beer, or 15 beers and 1 cheeseburger?
The latter. Come on. Come on.
You want to get a nice burger,
Yeah.
and then just get bombed
100%.
at Ponderosa.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be the best part of the Survivor experience.
That first beer would
Oh my God.
that would hit. Matt H writes, this is our final one. My wife and I are dying to hear the lore about the set design from Tribal Council. Nora, please enlighten us. Because you had all the details on.
Do you remember them?
No, the Azabayas.
No, the Izadegas.
Yes,
yeah.
The
Who can
garlic
forget?
bulb loving Izadegas. Yeah, last season we had the rich tapestry of their civilization and the war that they had gone through and then built back their civilization afterwards. This season is not so rich, but we have honestly a very beautiful shipwreck is what we're seeing.
I can't believe the size of it.
Would you like to know how big it is?
Yes, I would.
It's 150 feet long.
Holy.
Wow.
Okay.
So it's a replica of a 17th century galleon, which is a type of ship.
Wait, are you shitting me right now, or are you actually researching
Listen,
this?
if people want to know things,
Go.
I'm going to lock in on the research.
Okay.
So it's a 17th century galleon recreation. It has several cannons. Would you like to guess how many cannons there are?
150 feet. We're talking cannons on both sides. I'll say 12 cannons.
I'll say 8.
JD?
20.
The answer is 49.
Whoa, man.
Wow.
Season 49.
That's right, baby.
Season 49.
One at the front,
That's
20 on
dumb.
both sides.
Right.
Let's go.
You know how those galleons are. So anyway, there was that information. They also, the narrative that they went with, and this is, I believe his name is Zach Jensen, who does all the set designs there.
I think that's right.
Anyway, it's the story of a pirate's shipwreck crashing into a rock. So that's actually what it is. There's a huge rock face there that the boat or the galleon is crashing into.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens is all the pirates have kind of fallen out, and that's why all the treasure is out, because they're fighting over it.
Okay.
And on the way into tribal council, perhaps why Jawan was so shook, there is a skeleton with, I believe, a knife sticking out of him, which is the captain.
Oh.
And so somebody has killed the captain. There's also an imprisoned skeleton high above. So that's somebody that was potentially mutiny was brewing. And all the gold and bounty or booty or whatever you want to call it is strewn about just on the set. And Jeff also spoke about how this is an allegory about how eventually people turn on each other in Survivor.
Of
Stab
course.
in the back.
That's right,
Way to
pirates.
bring it back, pros.
Exactly. And one last bit of trivia, because you know I do love trivia.
Yep.
In all the research I was doing, Jeff said that there is an item that is used at every tribal council that he ends up keeping every season. Would you like to guess what that item is?
Well, it's the knife from this dead skeleton.
Okay, is that your answer?
Sure, that's my guess.
Okay.
Mark me down for a wheel. Like, like a ship's wheel.
Oh,
There's
good
probably one
guess.
around.
Yeah, I'm pretty okay.
I'll say cannon.
No, too big.
So he keeps an item from every season, and it is the same item every year.
Oh,
so I don't know if
okay.
that will inform
not
your
the
guess.
not the snuff torch.
It's exactly the snuff.
So he has 49 of these
This
now?
man has 49 snuffers in his
I mean,
house.
that's pretty cool to me.
Is it?
Yeah. That's pretty cool to me. I'm
Yeah.
a Survivor
How
sicko.
do you display 49
Well,
snuffers?
I mean,
Yeah,
people
like a wall.
display swords. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are
Neatly lined up on a
you
wall.
guys are
I think
Nicely lit.
the question is, are they hanging like
Vertical?
vertically or horizontally? Now that's interesting. How much space do you
Jeff,
get?
go off. How do you display your snuffers?
Yeah, the snuffers. That's right.
Anyway, he keeps all of them. And that is the end.
Okay, great stuff. Wow. Thank you, Matt H., for asking that question. Hopefully you and your wife
crazy.
are smiling ear to ear right now after Nora broke it down. All right, make your picks. This is our No Buffs Survivor Fantasy Pool. Links to the app in the show notes. I mean, at this point, I'm sure a lot of you are playing. How's everybody doing here at the table? Trey, you said you're like 500 or something?
I'm 546 right now. Doing all right.
Not bad.
Yeah.
6 something for us, 690.
Nora and I are separated by, well, we're back to back in the standings right now. I think we're 621 and 622.
Something like
Which means
that.
we have basically the exact same team, and we didn't talk about it.
Yeah, we gotta.
That's I'm going to switch mine up. I don't like
out
that.
of there,
And JD, you're
I'm far down.
1800s?
1800s, yeah.
okay. Lots of time to
You
get back.
lost the guy, though.
Yeah.
I
Did you
lost
sub?
two guys.
You got,
Two guys.
Oh, yeah.
Did you
Oh,
sub
yeah.
You
anyone
lost
in?
two Canadians,
I
right?
haven't
Yeah,
subbed
bad
yet
app
because
last week.
it cost 20
Oh, you gotta
points.
sub,
You gotta
man.
sub.
You gotta sub.
I know.
Gotta sub.
Okay,
give.
well, this is fun. Chris from Make Your Picks has got some stats now for us after each episode. So last night, 58% of the people who voted in the No Buffs pool got it right with Matt going home. You see it here on YouTube. Sage got the most votes, but Matt was second, and then Jawan was third. So this is fun, this little breakdown here. So everybody doing pretty well. Sage, like I said, most votes, but she lives to see another blackhead on the island. And we can also learn like who are the most popular picks of the season. I don't have the board or the graphic for you, but 73% of the teams have the man, the myth, the legend, the RIZGOD, Riz God himself on their squads.
Yeah. Do I like that he says that or no?
He
I
is-
can't tell.
You said he on social media, I guess, said, wow, I am saying that a
I
lot.
said it too much. Which is pretty funny. He said it a lot.
He has said it a lot. So a lot of people have Riz God. Now, I think a part of that is there was some leaks. We think he's on 50.
Yeah.
Probably he's on 50. But Chris brought that up or told me because he's like, if you're making a swap, JD,
Yes.
do you have Riz God on your team?
I do not.
Okay. He brought up the point. Do you go with the masses or do you swerve and go with someone less
I
popular?
mean, that's why I didn't pick him.
Yeah.
because I figured a lot of people would pick him
gonna
on
be tough
their
to
team.
win. Yep.
But I don't know. He's doing well, and he's going to be going far. I think.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'd be kind of a fool not to.
It is feeling like Rizzo, Savannah, and Sophi are going very far in this game.
Yeah,
very, very
trifecta.
far. I think Nate is there too. I'm maybe not as confident that he goes as far as those three. We'll see. I hope so, because that was my winner pick, Nate Dogg. But yeah, they're looking good. If you got Sophi, you got Savannah, you got Rizzo, maybe Nate, you're feeling pretty confident right now. Next time on Survivor, Rizzo talks more about war. I swear to God, this guy talks only about his nickname or war. No, we love him. We love the Riz God. Savannah does not love how frantic Jawan is.
Yeah.
She's not loving that vibe. She's convinced he's going to flip, I think, like come and merge, which is probably not, it's not next week, but Mergatory or something like that is probably the week after. It's usually around episode 6. And then Shannon wants to target Sage, but Sage is going to eat her because she's a wolf, baby.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited. I think we're going to get a little more payoff here of the Sage-Shannon dynamic.
Yeah, and I mean, we already got the awesome scene of her Sage hugging Shannon and making like a let's go.
Oh, yeah. Stabbing in the back.
Just like that skeleton.
Just like the galleons.
That was a 17th century ship, you said? Yeah, you can tell.
So who's going home next week? I'll start with you, Trey, because you've been on fire here with the picks.
Should the other tribe throw things? That's the interesting question, right? Like Yellow, current Hina, should probably throw one to try and get the numbers back even.
I agree.
Going forward, but I do feel like we've been slow boiled to Sage versus Shannon, so I'm going to put both of them in.
Okay.
Because I feel like it'll be one of those two, and then I'll find somebody on the Yellow tribe.
Okay. But you think Sage or Shannon next week is the play right now?
Yeah.
I agree.
They are on the blue
potentially.
tribe. So
Yeah, that would work out for Hina, like that original Hina throwing it. If they do, I don't think they will. But you're right, that would benefit one of those two having to go home.
It's one of those two, and then in the other scenario, I think Jason would.
he's in trouble for sure.
Right, maybe that's when he plays the shot in the dark.
Maybe.
Right.
Hopefully, if he finds himself in that position.
JD, did you want to swerve on any of that?
I mean, I
anything
wouldn't.
else?
I think it's a good call to pick both Savannah and Sage,
Yeah.
but Sage is on my team, so she's my girl. I'll never put her on to select her to be voted out.
Okay.
So Shannon.
You're going
I'm saying
Shannon.
Shannon. Yep.
Okay. Well, get your picks in. Make sure you do before the episode airs next Wednesday night. We'll be back on Thursday for episode 5 of Survivor 49. It'll be the first episode of this season where basketball will also be back in our lives.
Fun.
Start of the NBA season next week. Trey Kirby,
Yeah,
JD.
It's Hawks Raptors is on Wednesday night here in Atlanta.
Oh, I'm probably going.
I'm going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll be here still.
cares?
Don't worry.
Yeah, who
We'll,
cares?
we'll,
Yeah.
we'll fit it in.
Do you want to do a segment about the game?
on No Buffs?
Yeah, maybe they
No,
will.
absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
Crazy.
Damn, you're right. That's Wednesday night for sure.
It is.
I was just
It
talking
is
to
for
Kyle. Yeah, okay. Anyway, we'll be here. Don't you worry. No Buffs. Some say the best Survivor podcast in the land. If you're one of those people, you're probably here right now and you're listening. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the show, and we'll see you next week. Until then, the galleons have spoken.